you guys got music, and now we're back.
Yeah, I love the music.
Yeah, PC loves the music. But it's another week of Let's Answer Your Questions.
Mm-hmm.
So, get them in the chat box wherever they appear for you. Maybe on the side, maybe on the bottom. I don't know anymore. It's one of those things, but yeah, we want to do that. Did a little snowboarding this week. So, that's good. Found out what's wrong with the Volvo. Get that back tomorrow. Got that. So, TC's mom comes to visit.
Yep.
So we got
tomorrow.
That.
Well, hopefully. They just canceled 10% of the flights coming in and out of DIA. So hopefully hers doesn't get canceled, but we'll see.
Oof. That would be good if it did not get canceled. So
I know. Otherwise, somebody could have a free ticket on their hands to Locals Night on Saturday.
Locals Night. Oh, what a night. It's Locals Night.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'll get frisky and buy raffle tickets and win everything again.
We'll see. You did take a year off.
People seem to get angry with me when I do that. They're like, this motherfucker. And then I just give it all away and I leave.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like we're given the raffle tickets or they're like, they know to pick our shit, but yeah. But yeah, who knows? I'm excited for it, though. It'll be fun.
And we're on the countdown to Black Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Big old stream-a-thon. Next week, no live stream, though. TC and I will be at a demo.
Mm-hmm.
So that's you guys are gonna have to survive a week without it. Hopefully, you guys have been watching the top fives, the reviews. We got those going on. Let's see what else. Is there anything else?
Opening day tomorrow.
What's up? Opening day at Copper tomorrow. TC and I will be there for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I got to leave from there and go to Denver to pick my car up.
Yep.
Fajadam will be taking me. We're going to go stop, I think, at the barbecue spot in Idaho Springs.
I've heard it's amazing.
Oh, yeah, I've had it. It's good. It's for Colorado, it's really good compared to what else we have here. So going to do that. If you guys are looking for more content to watch, I put a whole crap load down in the description of this video, along with the cultural mystery link of the week. So you guys can go watch that. But I mean, there's been some stuff that dropped in the last week. We got a Dustbox movie. Let's see. There's some teasers. There's a bunch of teasers and stuff. If you haven't watched Swarm, the Rome movie, I would strongly recommend go do that. Man Boys dropped their movie, or Megafauna, or whatever the hell they renamed themselves as. So that's in there.
I watched Realm yesterday.
I watched that too. That was good.
That was good.
That was really good. So
yeah, that made me want to go snowboarding. And that's what I look for in a good snowboard movie.
Yeah.
Like, does it make me want to get out there? Yes. Okay, I'll go. Or if I watch one and I'm like, yeah, this is not inspiring me whatsoever. It's like, yeah. But that was
I've been watching a lot of like street videos. I'm like, yeah, I want to slide the steel. 40, gonna be 43 next month.
No, all those Powell hits in that movie just made me be like, oh yeah, we need some snow. And then it kind of snowed a little bit today, or I thought about it just enough to really worry me about getting my new windshield. So, but yeah, got that taken care of. So I could see out of my windshield now. I don't have my little Jeep logo though anymore. I was gonna have to special order that one. I was like,
fuck that. How much extra would that have been?
I don't know. I didn't even ask. If anything, I'll take it. I'll get the little print of it and I'll just die cut it, and then I'll put it in the window myself.
It's probably the better way to do it. Did Jay put your windshield in then?
Mm-hmm.
It's my old roommate.
I'm pretty sure he did because he called me and he said like, "Hey, it's Jay. It's done. Come and get it."
Yeah.
So, yeah, he was very chill.
He's a very chill dude.
Yeah, really nice.
If I ever had to be locked in a house during a pandemic with someone again, I 100% want him. All we did, we kept our schedules because he used to work night shift. So we'd see each other. He'd be going to bed at like 7 a.m. and I'd be waking up, coming out of my bedroom. I'd be like, morning. We talked for about 10 minutes. And then like, if he got bored, he'd randomly like poke his head out about like 5 o'clock and be like, hey, you want to play Smash Bros? And I'd be like, yeah, let's play some Smash Bros. And we'd play Smash Bros for like a half hour or so. And he'd be like, I'm going to go take a nap. And I was like, yeah, you got a rough night of staying up playing League of Legends.
Yeah.
So
But no,
No,
that was all
he
taken
was
care
super chill. It was funny. Like the week before everything went into lockdown, I had this feeling. So I kept going to the grocery store and just buying a bunch of stuff to make food. So like it goes into lockdown, he's freaking out. And I opened the freezer and I was like, look at the cupboard. Look at here. And he's like, you bought all my staple foods. I was like, you eat like 3 things, dude.
of.
It's very easy. It's very easy. I'm not worried. So that was chill.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's cool that he did that. Let's see. We'll take this first question because this is a good one from Milo. What do you think about Armada entering the snowboard market next year and with boots and bindings the season after that? Do you think it's a money grab or are they going to be in it for the long haul? Right now I think they're in it for the long haul. We got to see how that first year of ordering goes. I mean, the big thing is they'll be able to package their order buy with ski shops and be like, oh, you can get the snowboards, and if you order this, we'll drop your price and you can get more units and do that. But there are some really heavy hitters in behind the scenes working with the company. And like our friend Dom, they reached out to him to be the rep, like specifically. And he hasn't really done anything in the snowboard industry the last few years. And they reached out to him, which is really cool. And are we getting boards next week? Is that the deal?
No, I think he's got to do some showings with them first, and then we'll get them. But yeah, I mean, he's going to hook us up with boards so we could test them out. Honestly, it seems like they're taking all the right steps to be in the industry for a long time instead of a money grab. Like they're hiring the right pros, they're getting the right people to run the company that know the snowboard industry, and they're getting their own designers to like pretty much make boards and everything specifically for their pros. Where I talked to Dom today and he was telling me like their designers and their engineers are so hands-on that every time the team goes somewhere, the engineers follow them to make sure that everything is perfect, well adjusted, or if they need to tweak some things based on how the boards are feeling, they can do that. So, I mean, everybody in it seems like, and from what I've heard, loves snowboarding to the fullest. So, I mean, they're doing it right. Like, if you're going to start a company like this that's transferring over from skiing, this is the way you have to do it, in my opinion, because you can't just have skiers come over and be like, this will work for snowboarders. They don't know what's going on. It's like the way everything is going, like we engineer all of the front running technology and then skiing just comes in and takes it after. So it wouldn't make any sense to have a skier engineer trying to make snowboards. You can't just make something wider and call it a snowboard. It's not how
What? You mean Nicholas Gilson lied to me?
Yeah. Physics and shit don't allow that.
Oh. No, it's like I was looking at the names of people. So they have Paul Maravets, founder of Rome and Cabin Mountain Tools. Tanner McCarthy, that's awesome right there. Trevor Brady, T-Bird.
Yep.
And then you look at the team and what they're doing. And I'm having visions of Solomon 1997 all over again. Brad Stewart comes in and he's like, guys, if we're going to make snowboards and boots and bindings, we have to reinvent the wheel. We can't just be another lame ass ski brand. And it's like 1997, Solomon really reinvented snowboarding with the fact that they had really good side cuts, but they had gallium infused bases that had structure. And then their boots were fucking phenomenal in that first year they came out. And I'm like, my thing is I'm willing to give them a shot. I'm like, I'm going to keep an eye on it because right now, the core lords, the big dick swingers, everything's a measuring contest of how core they are. They're all going off. And I'm like, weren't you the same people that were bitching when Nike left snowboarding because you couldn't find boots? Sorry, dude. We kicked Nike out of snowboarding. We kicked Adidas. At least this company's coming in from a place of winter sports,
Well, the funny thing about that is too, if you were to like Torment posted on it, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, you look at those comments, everybody's stoked on it. Everybody who pays attention, that Torment person, like that is a true snowboarder, they were into it. And then you look at the Snowboard Mag comments, and it's everybody that is a weekend warrior and not really in it. Like
it's a lot of people that haven't paid for a full price for a snowboard in years. There's a lot, like my favorite are the people that are like, you need to support small brands. And I'm like, these guys promote these brands, right? This media is promoting it, this, and this. If you really want to support small brands, stop asking them for deals. Stop, buy their shit. You don't. you're always looking for a deal. You know, it's like, you're in the snowboard industry. Hey, bro, can I have a free board? Can I have this? Like, it's so funny, these guys. But yeah, the whole argument, they're like, oh, I'm more core than you. And I'm like, are you? Do you really support? Like, I don't know. I watched this kid. There's this kid from Denver. I think his name's Alex or something. He runs a shitty snowboard company. He's like, we don't need this. This is bullshit. People should be supporting my brand. And I'm like, you have a fucking hobby, dude. You don't even have a press. You're using an old press at a factory called Affinity, which sucks. And you're doing this, and you just want to bitch and moan. You know what, dude? If you have a new brand and you want it to build it up, go fucking build it up. Get off the fucking internet. Who cares what Armada is doing? Why are you worried about what Armada is doing? Let people like us that ride hundreds of products go, hey, these boards are fucking shit. Or, hey, these boards are good. Or, hey, these boards, they're just mediocre. They'll get the job done. They're serviceable. You know, I'm more curious about what their boots are going to look like. That's where I'm at. The bindings, I have an idea of what the binding's probably going to look like because I know that Paul Maravets is behind it. It's going to be like some weird cross between a Burton and a Rome. It's going to be somewhere in there. You know, that's like my theory on it. But the boots, show me the fucking boots. That's what I care about. Because I think we need more boot options, like brand options.
I can see that. I'm more interested in the bindings because that shows how much they're actually putting in to everything. I think, like, I mean, you look at it, Rozzy makes great boards. Their bindings have been abysmal since they pretty much started. And I mean, like, that's, I feel like, a great way to tell, like, if you have a solid understanding of everything going on, where you don't just stop at the boots or the boards. You're like, we have to make a solid binding, especially with everybody coming out with Phase, Union upgrading or not all of them, but most of their bindings this year, where everything got trickled down. Like, everything in the binding market's now getting way more competitive in my eyes, where it's not just Union out there like taking number one, or Burton being like 25% of the market share with step-ons. Like, everybody else is gaining fast, I think. Like, and even with the drones coming out this year, where I'm not going to say they reinvented a metal chassis, but they perfected their own metal chassis where it now doesn't ride just vibration central. So, like, if they're able to put out a really solid binding and boot, I think we got nothing to worry about on the boards by far. And I know they have 9 boards now, 3 men's, 3 women's, 3 unisex. I could see that growing, but honestly, starting off with 9 boards is perfect. Like, I don't even know if you need to grow from there if you did it right, to be honest with you, just because, like we've talked about in the past for so many weeks or years now at this point, companies need to slim that line down. And if you can come off the bat with a perfect amount of boards to fit every need out there, you don't need to really just keep beating a dead horse and being like, we have this iteration now that's still a directional board with rocker in the nose and all that shit. You don't need it. So them starting off this way, I think, is a perfect, pretty much register, or a good test for them to see where they register with everybody else and stack up. And I mean, we're both not shitting on them yet because we haven't seen what it is. And
no, I think because Dom's going to have them next week while we're there. And I think this will be the first time in like 3 years I've ridden at this demo, but I'm honestly thinking I'm going to ride. And I'm like, you know, if I'm going to ride, that's going to be the first thing I grab. I'm just going to go to him and I'm going to be like, it's brick and it's shitty. Give me a board with camber and let me go out and see how that edge hold is.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm not going to do a review on it. I'm just going to go out and blast a couple side hits, and I'm going to come back and be like, okay, that's going to tell me if I want to ride more or not. That's, you know, it's just a loose test. It's not anything big, but you know, I want to talk with Dom too. And I'm going to be like, here's the deal, guys. Like, I pointed this out because a bunch of people were leaving comments and shit. And I was like, all you guys that are pissed off about it don't understand the cross marketing too. I was like, if little Timmy, there's a family of 4, and little Timmy is on Armada skis and mom skis, she's probably on Solomon or Armada. Dad snowboards. Now dad wants to be cool with his kid, right? So he gets an Armada snowboard. Now they got little Susie over there too. You know, she's 13 years old. She rips on a snowboard. She wants, you know, she's finding herself, but hey, okay, I can ride the Egan Wint Pro model or whatever it is, you know, because they just have numbers on their boards. I was like, you now got a whole family locked into that ecosystem from ski to board and outerwear. So I'm like, it makes sense. And all these people that are bitching and moaning, they're like, support core brands. I'm like, dude, do you even understand that the core community is propped up by weekend warriors? It's propped up by people that rent. Like, you know, the number one most sold snowboards in the world for a company is Rosinal. You want to know why? Rental equipment.
Mm-hmm.
They sell more rental equipment than Salomon is probably a close second.
Yeah, because I mean, Burton's kind of killing themselves on their rental, which I don't know why the hell they're doing what they're doing, but
because they're stupid. They hire idiots. And this goes back to my whole point. Like, the people behind a brand make the brand. I've watched K2 falter over the years. I remember when I wrote an article in 2010, so 15 years ago, maybe it's 2009. And I was like, and it was called Who Gives a Fuck About Rosinal? And I just lampooned everything that was going on. So they reached out to me and they were like, hey, we're working on some stuff. And the board, so they were like, we redid the boards. And I was like, okay. And there's this guy, Tom, that worked there. And Tom's a cool dude. He skis, he snowboards. He's a little older than me. He's got a young kid and stuff. And he's like, look, man, we're not winning any core score awards. We're not cool guys. We're just going to make a good board at a good price. And he's like, I would really like you to ride a jigsaw. So I go and I ride the jigsaw. And I was like, holy fuck, this is actually really good. And at the time, I think it was like $369, $389. It was under $400. And I was like, this is a great board for someone that's on a budget that wants to hit park and have something. And I was like, okay. And that's the whole thing. And I'm like, all these guys that are like, fuck this, I'll never buy one. You wouldn't have bought one to begin with. You probably don't even pay for fucking snowboards. You got a friend or something, or you're buying demos off a rep. Like,
yeah,
okay, fine. You want to talk about it? Cool. Go buy a fucking Dynos. Go buy a Public.
Yeah.
Fuck. There's a ton of little brands out there that crush it. Go buy a Nerd. Go buy a Stronda.
Yeah, and the thing about like little brands is I don't think Armada is really going to come in and undercut the little brands. I don't think they're even going to affect them. If anything, it's going to come in and take away from Salomon, take away from K2, take away from Roz. But yeah, I don't think you're hard selling a core snowboarder or somebody that's coming from like a Public or a DWD where they go into a shop, they go to buy something, and somebody's like, yo, check out this Armada, and hard sells them on it. I don't think that's going to happen. That person knows what they want between 3-4 boards, whatever it is, and it's not affecting it.
I will buy an Armada if they give Justin Phipps a pro model, just to support Justin, because I have known that kid since he was like 8 or 9 years old. I have clips of that kid doing double backflips in freeway that I filmed. Like, I've watched that kid's career from when he was on the Grom like regional team for Rome, and he went up and then he left, and then he was like Flowbroad boards, and then he was on K2 to now. Like, that kid, I will support that kid because I've watched his career. I know his dad, I know his brother, like, I know that. Like, I want to see that kid. I think he was in like 20 something videos last year. He had homie clips and he was in Videograss and shit. I'll fucking support that kid. You put his name on there, I'm telling you that right now. T-Bird, Trevor Brady, fucking Tanner McCarthy. You put his name on that, you make him pro, I will buy one. I will buy one and leave it on the fucking wall while I'm doing boot breakdowns and shit.
Yeah.
For brands that don't,
Yeah. Justin Meyer actually wrote a really good article on it.
He did. Over on
down the whole thing.
Great.
Like, if you guys haven't read that yet, it's on Slush, I believe. Go read that article. And that's a really solid one where he breaks down pretty much what we've talked about today too, where it's like, yeah. Like, it's not going to affect those little brands. It's just, like, you're not going to see Armada in your core snowboard shop. Like, it's not going to be in Underground. It's not going to be in Gravity. It's not going to be in, like,
I don't know. I could see Steve being like, how many can I sell? The best Steve quote ever was after he finally brought in Solomon. I was like, how's Solomon doing? He's like, I'm down to 3 boards and like 2 boots. He's like, fuck, if I had known I could have sold all this, I would have been ordering. I'm sitting here like, I fucking told you so.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
you don't listen to me when I tell you what's selling. I'm like, I'm trying to give you feedback from the like, you guys all act like I'm not moving product. I got numbers for days.
Yeah. Like we see everything that sells.
Yeah.
Like we know what's going and what's not, and like we can give anybody any numbers that they need to be like, hey,
oh my God,
maybe
the
this
spread
isn't.
the spreadsheets that we have.
Yeah.
TC knows about them better than I do because he's the one that implements them.
Yeah, I just got to bring you the info and then explain it, and you're like, yes or no. And we did it the other day. Where you're like, no. And I'm like, okay, cool. That's all we had to talk about. That's it.
Yeah. TC called me up to talk about like when we do 2 reviews a day, and he's like, well, it definitely impacts numbers in the short term, but the long term, it averages out. And I was like, okay. I was like, are we dropping them too soon then? And that was the conversation. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. But like people don't understand. We have the information. We know within 24 hours what a review is doing. Mm-hmm. We know when the affiliates, what that's doing. We know in 48, 30, 6 months, a year out, like we can look at it and, you know, and people don't get that. And it's like, we look at that data and we're like, okay, we can look at this. Like, I can tell you right now, like if you go and you look at the views on the Stronda boards, abysmal. They're abysmal. But then you go and you look at the affiliate sales and you're like, shit, we only did 1,000 views or 2,000 views on it, but we sold 10 snowboards.
Yeah.
And, you know, so we made let's say we made 10 snowboards. We probably made $500 off that for that video. And that's like, okay, that means it's selling.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say for like per brand or whatever, like, yes, the worst views, but the highest conversion rate.
Yeah.
So like that is what it is, but
it is what it is. Or it's like, you know, like we can, not to pick on them, but fix like the view counts are abysmal and affiliate sales aren't the best. And it's like, you know, but
yeah. And I get it.
Give it a shot.
Brand. They're harder to get. Like not everybody's carrying them and stuff. So I understand it. And like, but at the same time, you're like, well, is this making sense to us? Like, is like if the dollars aren't adding up, it's not making sense. So, but
well, that was like when the first time you went through all the numbers, when I had you go back to like, I think 2023 or 2022, and you were doing niche snowboards and you're like, we made $26. And I was like, per review. And you're like, total. And I was like, ew, there's like,
yeah, by far the worst.
By far the worst ever. And it's not that they don't make bad boards. It's just, they just didn't sell. That's why we haven't done niche. You know, could we bring Burton in and it would probably sell? Yeah, we probably could. But at the same time, there's such a pain in the dick to deal with. I'd rather deal with Armada. Like the fact that our friend that works there's like, talk to the powers that be. They don't want to make boards just for you for review. You're going to take from our demo fleet. Okay, I'm fine with that. 1, that's environmentally smarter. 2, you're already right here. 3, if they say they're going to make boards for us, that means they probably don't want them back, which means then we got to go give them away. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's like a whole thing in and of itself too. You know, so it's like, you know, brands that I think are going to get hurt, but I think they'll take a little market share from Arbor. I feel like that's a brand. They might next year take a little bit from Yes, because we don't really know what's going on with them over there yet. But like, are they going to hurt Solomon? No, not really. You know,
no.
People buying Solomon. Are they going to hurt Capita? No, they're not. Ride, maybe K2, probably more K2 than Ride, in my opinion.
I mean, the only time I really think they're going to hurt somebody is if they do come in with a great pair of boots. Like they can easily come in, have a awesome lineup of boots, and then you'll see your market share dropping a little bit, I think. But like you said, I don't think that's going to affect Ride. I mean, the Lasso is the #1 selling boot for the past like 6 years or 7 years, something like that. And it's like, okay, you're probably not taking that market share, but if you are making a boot just like that, you might infringe a little bit on it, which is fine.
You make a $299 to $329 price point boot. It's like your Burton ruler, Photon, something in that range, you know. Okay, that's like your Solomon Synapse, your Lassos, shit like that. You make something in that price point that's good. You've now given someone a better option or a similar option on the wall. Because I mean, the best boot's the one that fits your foot and fits your needs. And if they do that right, and they make that boot that like could work for people, yeah, okay. I mean, the big thing is like no one knows what's going on with DC right now. I just talked to our local shop. owner Andy at the Underground because they're having their Locals Day sale, and I was like, "Hey, what's up with DC?" And he goes, "I didn't place an order this year. No one reached out to me. No one knows." And he goes, "I filled that void with Nidecker boots." And I was like, "Better proposition." He goes, "Yeah, I can already tell." He's like, "It's a better boot." He's like, "I ordered Kitas, Rifts, and Rift Pros, and women's version of that too." And he's like, "And that's, and he's like, it's going to be in this price point and this price point." And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "And I've already got people trying them on. I think they're doing well." And that's the thing. And I think that Armada could do the same thing. And, they're not coming out to reinvent the wheel. They're just adding to it. Like, does snowboarding need another snowboard brand? No, I'll be honest. I don't think it does. But if you're going to invest in it, at least they're paying their riders. They gave snowboarders jobs.
Yeah.
Like, how many people got gutted from Volcom, but people are still going to go buy Volcom and be like, it's cool. It's youth against establishment. No, dude, it's owned by ABG. It's a fucking licensed out property.
Same with Dakine. Like, same with Dakine. People are going to be like, Dakine makes great outerwear. They do. But they dropped most of their team. Like, Joe Perkins isn't riding for them anymore, and that might have been their most marketable pro there was, apart from maybe Red Gerard. But even at this point, I'm not really seeing much Red as of recently. So, like, I know he's competing and stuff, but
Olympic year, you got to remember it's an Olympic year. So in another month, every company that has Olympic riders cannot mention them, promote them, have them on the team, anything like that. So it makes sense. So you're gonna see you're gonna just see a lot of people drop. It's bullshit, but whatever. Fuck fists. That's a whole other thing. Anyways, we're like a half hour in on this topic. Like, Jesus. So
I know I've been seeing all these comments rolling in and all these questions, and I'm like, oh shit, we're kind of behind. All right.
Yeah.
Oh well.
So I want you to answer this one for Joby Tapia. On the cusp of sizing chart for the Mercury phase, we're at 28.5, which is the max for a medium. Should I size up to the large, my normal binding size, or cram into the medium?
It depends on the boot. So if you have a K2, a Ride, Solomon, anything with that smaller footprint, even like a deluxe, that'll work with that medium. But if you have something real chonky like a 32 or even like a Vans, you're probably going to want to go to the large then. Any like bigger footprint boot, for sure go large, just because that heel, when you go to slide in, you don't want to max out the toe and the heel too much. So especially when you slide in with that heel pocket being just a little bit narrower on the medium, if you have a big chunky boot, it's going to be a little bit tougher to get that heel to just sit just right. So I would probably go with the medium, with that smaller boot, large with the bigger version.
Because like here, I've got the Rift Pros right here from Nidecker. So this piece right here, phase compatible.
Yep.
Phase Supermatic compatible. So, they're designed to slide in better versus, God, this is an old boot, but like this old KT, like I said, it's an old boot.
Yeah.
This thing, not going to be the best going into a phase. So there's that. Okay. Got this one from Super Chat from our boy Coffin. Thoughts on Nidecker having 32 entering the board market? Guess this is due to breaking up with Yes. Kind of.
Yeah.
I think there was some stuff going on with Yes and Lobster being merged into it, and some people weren't happy. I mean, the breakup was good from everything I've heard.
Yeah.
And
no, it was very amicable.
Yeah, and I like the fact that they're only doing 4 or 5 boards for 32. It's nothing big.
Yeah, I think it's 4.
4, yeah. I'll get the full scoop from Fast Ass Faircloth next week.
Oh.
So I can be like, hey, are you providing us with boards, or do I need to reach out to the marketing department?
Yeah.
So,
if anything, that's going to be the company that's going to take more away from Core than going back to Armada.
32 is so fucking recognizable. There's so many people that are just like, I only ride 32 boots and outerwear. And I'm like, okay, why?
Yep.
I mean, I will say this. I think this year's boot offering from 32 is the best I've ever seen.
I will say I did see that Zeb boot today, and that thing is a chonker. That thing is massive.
That thing is massive, and I think they're working on slimming that shit down for next year.
They have to.
Oh yeah, yeah,
'Cause
so much.
yeah, they had like a size 9 on the wall today, and I was looking at it. I was like, that thing is like twice the volume of a regular 32 boot. It looks like damn, cool looking, but damn, like there's a lot going on there. So who knows?
We got a super chat from you from our boy Steven. TC, would you say you are an advancing intermediate or an intermediate advancing?
Ooh, I like intermediate advancing. I like the sound of that, as opposed to an advancing intermediate.
Let's be real, you're remedial.
Yes.
Oh God.
Thanks to George Bush, though, I wasn't left behind.
That's true. Well, actually, if anything, you can blame that one on the Clintons. No Child Left Behind. They just sort of tagged that along. I remember when they rolled that bullshit out. A whole generation of functional illiterates from that.
Also, thank you to Dom, who is our Armada rep, for making us these skateboards. I know Averin hasn't gotten his.
I haven't put mine up yet, so.
Nope, but I got mine up. So that's what he used to do before he was repping. So we really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I need to get that thing in the light so it glows.
I'll look around and see if I can find you something. We got Joel Adams. What's the cool kid snowboard setup this season? All money and no skill edition. Oh. Well, the one that I think we're going to see is going to be Megadeth, Source FC's Reset Pro boot or Reset boot. Yeah.
I saw somebody leave a comment saying they already purchased that.
Yeah. But the one that I think we're going to see, this is the real one. So I'll be honest with you. It's going to be a Megadeth or a Golden Orca with a set of clues. And they're going to have a boot that's 2 sizes too big, probably a Burton, that they paid next to no money on because, you know, I blew all my money on my board, so I'm going to ride good. So I'll buy my boots 2 sizes too big, and I'll put 3 pairs of socks on. Like,
I like what Michael Stacy said. That was my thought. Clues and a howler. But I think
the howler, I don't know. I feel like I'll probably see it once this year. And I guarantee you the guy's going to probably try to talk at me if I get on the chairlift with him. Oh, bro, you just don't understand, bro. And I'm going to be like, you can't ride for shit. Shut up. So, yeah, I don't know. It's too funny.
Yeah. I mean, I was thinking like Zeb boots with, Torxstein's board, if it comes out in time, I could easily see that with a pair of like ultras on it, and that being like the cool kid setup with the Longo ultras though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think, well, I did the other day, I was looking at one of the affiliate sales. It was 2 pairs of resets and a set of Felcors. And I was like, damn, somebody's going for it. I was like, they bought a black and a white pair. They can play mix and match and have one black, one white on each foot.
Yeah, why not? You know, spend $2,000 on 2 pairs of boots and a set of bindings.
Yeah, that was a fat commission. So thank you.
Yeah.
I saw that it came in late at night, and I was like, is somebody drunk buying again? Like, there are certain purchases that happen when I check the affiliate back end before I go to bed, and I was like, somebody bought this drunk or high. I'm like you can spot what time of the month it is. You're like, oh, it's Friday, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Somebody just bought a snowboard and bindings. They just got paid.
Yep. Exactly.
You're like, yeah, someone's buying something at 2:30 in the morning, and I'm like, how drunk are you?
Yeah, you got back from the bar and you're like, let me see what I can do here.
They went to a movie premiere. They met some like not pro, but like regional pro. The guy told them, hey man, you should buy this. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna buy this. And then they buy it, and you're like, thank you for supporting snowboarding. We needed that.
Yeah.
Can't even be mad about it, but yeah, it's whatever. All right. Got this one from Whirly. What's up, money? I'm coming off a ride Twin Pig and a Capita Mercury and spend about half the time in the trees. 52-year-old knees keep me out of the park. What's my next deck? Ride moderator.
Yeah.
That
you don't have
impact
something
plate
directional.
will help your knees.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or possibly a Romer bean as well, because that did get a little damper this year than last year.
Yeah. Ugh. Ugh. Okay. Sorry, I'm tired. I'm hungry.
I forgot.
I can't even go get Rangoons because they're closed till like the 21st.
Oh no.
Or maybe the 24th. I don't know. Right before Thanksgiving. Bullshit. Fucking bullshit. All right. From Mike Longcar. Gents, I'm looking for an all-around resort rider board in the Buffalo area, Holiday Valley area. 5'9", size 9 boot, weigh 225 pounds. What would you recommend? Oh, hell yeah, dude. Here's my top 3 choice. Jones Mountain Twin or Mountain Twin Pro if you want it a little stiffer. Get yourself a little Edge Tech in there. I think that's a good one. I would also suggest possibly a ride. You're a little heavier. Maybe an Algorithm instead of a Shadow Band. A little more snap. If you want a little looser, go down to the Shadow Band and a Nitro Team Pro. Those are the 3 I'm throwing out for that area. What do you got for this man?
I'm gonna hit you coming out of left field here with a Danny Cass Park Pro. Even though it does say park in it, that thing rips all mountain with no problem. Get a little Edge Tech in that one too. Otherwise, like an Alpha APX by Nidecker would be great, or an Escape Plus, depending on how soft you want it to be. Escape Plus can be a little stiffer than an APX in my opinion. And for the last one, like an Assassin Pro from Solomon. Because that's just a solid board that holds an edge really well. Like I rode that on a fairly icy day and had 0 issues with it. Where
I think those are some good options. And and if you're buying locally, go down to Fat Man and tell Frank Nab I say what's up. Specifically, tell Frank Nab Averin says what's up. I haven't seen him in years. Him and his family used to hang out at my brother's bar and shit. I watched Frank grow up, so it was pretty cool. But yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Fission Hex. Why the fuck do you all get to open a month before Utah? We have better snowmaking and we're higher elevation for our base area.
Yeah. Yeah. I
mean,
mean,
some of your resorts peaks are our base areas.
Well, also, I mean, when we were there last February, was it February? Yeah.
February, yeah.
Last February, it was like 45 degrees the whole time we were there. Like, I don't even know if it got below freezing at night. Like, it was crazy warm.
You guys It didn't because, like, every night I could walk to the hot tub with just my shorts on and be fine.
Yeah. So, I mean, you know, geography and shit.
Yeah. All right. We got a super chat from Lady Dane Landia. Oh, dear cult leader, real question. Bindings. Phase blaster or katanas on Pissport? My gut says blaster, but what do I know? Remember to eat your toast shitters. Well, I know you're a lady, so if you've got a smaller foot, they don't make a small in the blaster yet, just the Rome. But I heard Jones is going to drop a small mid-season.
That's what I heard too.
And that would probably work better for a woman. It'd be a little more forgiving. It would be better match, in my opinion, for the Pissport. Not the passport, the Pissport.
Yep.
It's a port of piss.
I agree with you on that one.
Yeah. Ooh, here we go. From Jason Moreno, looking to pick up a Nitro Stiletto, size 13 boot, 5'11" and 195 pounds. Do you think the 255 waist with is enough for my Adidas Samba boots? One, get some new boots. Fuck. Get some new boots. Those things are bulky. And Adidas doesn't make boots anymore. 2, it's not the width that you got to worry about. It's the taper on the tail. I think you'll have enough width on the front, but the tail, I don't think you will. I think like an 11.5 is probably the cutoff, maybe a 12 if it's really volume reduced. So I don't think you're going to be able to fit on that, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But, so, yeah. Okay. I like this one from Brian Nira. Hi guys, just curious if Burton has ever reached out to you guys to review their products since they are investing so much on their stuff. Oh yeah, they're hard to work with. They have weird demands, and they actually reached out last fall, and I fucking reamed them a new asshole. I don't think they were ready for that response that they got from me. Like, and I basically told them like it was the head of marketing for North America and the general manager of North America. They both reached out, and I just fucking told them to pound sand. I was like, I'm not fucking dealing with you. Because in the past, when I've had dealings with them, so the first time, so I used to be able to get stuff from the rep when I worked in a shop, and that was cool. Then GK, Greg Kenna, the most underrated snowboarder in Colorado, guy should be pro. When he was the rep, he would hook me up with stuff, no questions asked, because he lived in Breck, so it was real easy. And then they're in the past, they're marketing people. The first year that they did ICS, maybe it was the second, they sent me a Burton Sherlock, and they were supposed to send me bindings to go with it. Because at the time, like no one had discs for ICS, and they didn't send it to me. So I reached out and I was like, hey, you sent me a board I can't ride. I specifically told you I wanted 3-hole, not ICS. So I had to jerry rig a set of K2s with a Burton disc onto the ICS. So they did that. And then in the past, they've reached out with a third-party company that they contracted for influencer marketing. That's how Buckhouse got aboard. And Casey and all those guys got stuff. It was through a company called Awin, which was an affiliate program. And I said I was willing to work with them, so I signed up for the affiliate program, which we never got paid for any shit from them. But I don't know if we actually made any sales. But what they did is they basically reached out and they were like, hey, we want you to promote these in reviews. And I was like, I need product. And they're like, well, we can give you a board. And I was like, doesn't work that way. I'm not doing it without, I want the whole line. I want 5 bindings. This is how it's going to be. It's my way or no way. And they're like, well, we can't. And I was like, well, I'll tell you what, let's make it easy for you. Why don't you have the reps out of Denver, because they're based out of Denver, let me take from the demo fleet. Okay, I'll go ask. Oh, they said that they couldn't do that. Okay. I have a Burton store 2.5 blocks from my house. How about I take stuff from the Burton store demo fleet and I can just rotate through. All we need is them to just tell them I'm going to come through, grab some boards and do this. Well, that's a great idea. We should do that. Oh, they said that they couldn't do that. So they sabotage themselves. And the thing is like in the past, like if I go and I calculate time spent on emails back and forth, I would put like 10 to 12 hours in and get nowhere with them. That's 10 to 12 hours I could put somewhere else into the business. If you're costing me more time to chase you and not willing to work with me, get fucked. I don't want to work with you. It's like I had a small company last year that was like, oh, we want to do this. I was like, it's 3 boards. You have to send them by this date. You have to have an affiliate program. And well, we didn't want to do an affiliate. Okay, okay, don't send it. What? Don't send it. Not going to ride it. Well, that's not cool. Well, it's not cool that you're sabotaging what I'm telling you to do to give you success, and I've got to take all the risk. Like we take the risk on. We only get paid if you click the link and actually buy, and we get credit for it. Sometimes we, like when you click it, if you buy it so quick, we don't get credit for it. If you use like the Honey extension or the Capital One extension or Rakuten to find you a discount code, they poached that sale. They got the commission. We didn't. So it's like this, and Burton knows this, and like, should I just read the fucking emails, TC?
No.
Okay.
We've been teasing that for a year.
Yeah, I'll save them because I'm just pissed off. And like the big thing is they go and they hire these poser ass fucks that keep working there. Like, why is that guy Gimpy the face of fucking Burton? That guy's a fucking poser. Why are they shoving their nose so far up Stan's ass? That guy sucks dicks with his butthole too. Like, fuck him. Like, you want to work with a bunch of poser ass fucks? Fine, go ahead. You want to hire a bunch of yes men to work in your company? Fine, fuck it. Like, this is an argument that we've had because people keep bringing it up. Like, TC remembers when Powder Tools dropped Burton. You were there for the big clean out.
Oh yeah, we ordered like $100,000 worth of gear from him, and we were sent like a 63 wide deep fake and EST bindings. And the only board that could have EST bindings on it on our wall was that 163 wide. and that was it. Otherwise, we couldn't put those bindings on anything. It was ridiculous. They're like, yeah, we need all that money up front, and it's like that's not how it works.
We have terms. We have, and
they tried.
They didn't think you guys. They didn't think Christie's was going to drop them, and I love that Jarvis was like, "Fuck you, we're done."
Yep. Yeah, especially if you can't get into
Bernie threw away every parts kit from Burton.
Yeah. Like we could have easily taken up that whole parts kit and like just made step-on bindings and sold them. Like we had a dude come in from the East Coast that told us that's what he did. He's like, yeah, they sent me like 5 pairs of bindings that were all disassembled for parts. He goes, I just put them together and sold them at a discount because I didn't have a box for them. I'm like, oh, that's a pretty good idea, actually. He's like, yeah, nobody comes in looking for parts. If they break it, they just get a new binding. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they've done stuff to really screw.
They just suck. The people that like this goes back to the conversation about Armada. The people behind the brand make the brand, and the people at Burton fucking suck. Like, fire John Lacey. Fire him. He's worthless. Start from the top down. Have your son, Donna, have your son, George, go shadow some people to learn it. Put Leslie Gedron in as the CEO. Put her in. It used to be Leslie Betts. I hope I'm saying her last name right, but that is the woman that should be running that fucking business. Like, Burton can get fucked. They're over here. Like, the email they sent me, they're crying about losing market share to ski brands. No, your own apathy did it to yourself, you fucking retards. Like, and you want to come work with me? I don't want to work with you. I've made it abundantly clear. Like, when they sent the email, they're like, we really want to know what criteria it takes to be in your top 5s and to do your reviews. And we need to know this. And I was like, I don't concern myself with how you run your business. Unless someone asks me a question, I don't give a fuck about you. You exist. That's it. You're the fucking Microsoft of snowboarding. You're not even good enough to be Apple. You're Microsoft. And you're the Microsoft that sucks. You're the one that's buggy as shit and putting AI in everything, and it doesn't work right. You're fucking Outlook 360, so fuck off.
Well, they spent way too much time and money on step-on bindings to push them to everybody, to show them that they need this no matter what kind of riding they do, all that stuff, and they didn't put any money towards their boards. So, like...
Their boards haven't updated in 10 years.
Yeah, they haven't changed. They've, done their Deep Thinker Mystery Edition with the crazy 3D.
Here's how I know they're not doing good. They're doing the, pay us $1,000 and we'll make you a custom one-off Burton Custom or Custom X from Craig's facility. That reeks of desperation.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Jesus. You want to know why you have your market share is diminishing? Because brands are better than you. You are not the industry leader. The industry leader right now is Nidecker Group.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, sorry, but like, your old boot designer built this. You had the capabilities to make this. You didn't.
You
now Nidecker does.
Kicked him to the curb once he finished his job, and he's like, I got ideas for the next step, what we're going to do to make it better. And they're like, no, we're good. You can leave now. And it's like, what? Like, he literally built their boots to what they are today, and then that was it. And then they got rid of him, got rid of it. Their current boot engineer didn't even know about wrap liners. Like, he came into Evo when I worked there, saw a ride boot with the wrap liner, and like, what is this? I've never seen this. And it's like, you guys invented that for snowboarding 20-something years ago. You've never seen this? And he's like, no, I and he bought the boots so he could take them and deconstruct them to figure out how they could make it. And it's like, okay, so
you know what? Here's the thing. If anyone from Burton is fucking watching this, I'll let you reach out as long as it's not Mike Benson or fucking Laurent, whatever the douche canoe French guy, or John Lacey. Fuck it, man, have Donna email me. It's not hard. info@angrysnowboarder.com. You got my fucking email address. Fucking, you know how to get a hold of me. Reach out. I will do I will not charge you for 1 hour with both of us. And I will tell you everything you need to do to fix it. I will give this to you this one fucking time. Also, the best quote of the day comes in from our boy Colin Darcy. Averin, let's give Microsoft some love, though. They made Excel, and I'm spending 60 hours a week staring at that program.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if we use Microsoft, I'd be staring at it for quite a bit of time too. But
Google Docs is free.
Google Docs and Google Sheets. That's what we use.
I got sheets.
Yeah.
That's what we got. You know, like fuck it, that brand just pisses me off because it's like the way they treat you is like they'll come in and they'll be like, we want to work with you, we want to do this. They'll hype you up, they gaslight you. Then they're like, you can only post these reviews if they're positive. You can only do this. You can only do that. Like they put stipulations. And I just told them, like, I don't think they were expecting it. I was like, get fucked. I do things my way. I don't give a fuck about you. Like, if you look at the last time we did a Burton review, I think it was like pre-COVID.
Oh, it has to be.
I think the last time I rode a Burton was the day that they announced Jake died. I went down and grabbed a hometown hero and just cruised around because I felt like the right thing to do. And I say this as a guy that grew up on the East Coast. I worked at shops. We were some of the biggest Burton dealers around. Like, I owned a Dragon. I owned a Custom. I had a Rush. I had a bunch of different Burton ones. I rode Custom Freestyles when they came out. You know, I rode a lot of Burton stuff over the years. The reason my Achilles tendon on my right foot is fucked up is from a set of Hales. You know, like
I had a pair of Burton Hales.
You had the exact same Hales I had.
Yeah.
It's like, but you know, I say that when I look around, I own three things that are Burton. I have an old Burton Mountain Dew label recycled bottled flannel that is falling apart because my dog chews on it so much. I have a set of glove liners for walking my dog, and I have a duffel bag. That's it. Oh, I take that back. I've got an old vintage pipe jersey from 2001 sitting over there. That's it. And that I won't get rid of that because my brother gave that to me to make up for the pipe jersey that was cut off me on February 25th, 2002 when I got Flight for Life. So
that was a nice one.
Yeah, it's sentimentals, but you know, it's whatever. Like that brand, like if I was a shop, like it blows my mind how they've treated shops, and then they'll say they're changing things and shops will be like, oh, okay, we'll take you right back. Oh my God, Burton, we have to have you. Like, fuck you. You burned me once, I'd be like, fuck you, we're done. Fuck you. I'd be like, we're gone. I don't need you. There's so many better brands. Like, there's so many better brands. So, you know, it's just like, yeah. It's so fuck them, dude. It's a bunch. And my favorite was in the email I got, they made a big deal. They're like, Donna and the boys invested all their money in so that we could make really good product we believe in. I was like, her fucking family owned the Boston Celtics at one point.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Is that why they always have
like they never had to hurt. Like, you want to, like, I have no sympathy for that because, like, there's people that worked at Ride that I've known that, like, I can remember when they were like, dude, I don't know if I'm going to be able to afford rent this month, you know, and shit like that. Ride K2. Like, I know people like that and from those days, and now they're in a job where they have that. Like, Jordan from Nerd, he is in the Army Reserves. That's how he was able to fund Nerd. He was doing dispatch for a shuttle company. This summer, he was painting houses. Like, I know, like, I see what he's doing, you know, I'm like, shit. Like, you know, or like the guys at Telos, like Levi, the brand manager. I've known Levi for years. Like, he used to do snowboard reviews for on Vimeo with this some other company, but I've known him for years. I think he's a rad dude. And like, I want to see him make money. I want to see that brand succeed because my friend Eric is the designer. You know, it's like, you look around, you know, it's like, fuck Burton.
No.
They don't even drink Kool-Aid. They're fucking right up there with Jim Jones. They drink Flavor Aid. Bunch of fucking peasants. Not even good Flavor Aid. They drink root beer flavored Flavor Aid. I
didn't know that Donna's family used to own the Celtics because that would make I was like, how the hell did they get like tickets to when the Celtics won the championship years ago when Kevin Garnett was on the team? I was like, how the hell Did Jake afford tickets for the whole Burton team to sit courtside? I was like, damn, they're really making it. No,
they ain't hurting for money. And her over there saying on the bomb hole, "Oh, we'll sell for $1 billion." You're just trying to falsely inflate that so Nideckers will buy you. That's all it is, or BlackRock or Vanguard or someone. Fuck off, eat a dick. Your company's not worth $300 million.
No, not at this point.
Oh, like you guys have done more damage than good for yourself. And if you want good faith, you need to hire the right people. Like I could give you a list of people that you need to fire from the top down. Like, I'm serious when I say Leslie Gedron should run that fucking brand. I would love to see what she could do. Like, fuck. You guys are all pissing me off. I was trying to have a good day.
Sam's already hungry as it is. And tired.
Fuck. I ate a sandwich before I did this too. Wasn't enough. I should have ate a triple decker.
Oh, I like that.
Oh yeah. Well, I had a smoked mesquite turkey and Gouda and cheddar with honey mustard and mayo on brioche. I'm bougie.
Yeah. I did a smoked mesquite chicken yesterday.
Ooh.
Yeah, turned out pretty good.
Yeah. That's all right. Yeah, let's see. This one's for you from TC's Last Button. It's a nice shirt you got there, TC. Now pop a button. Do you ever feel like it's like future you telling you, coming back to the past to tell you that?
I love the picture. Like, it just cracks me up every time I see it. So I respect the hell out of this guy. It's great.
The commitment to the bit is fucking amazing.
I'll pop a button for this man. I'm here for it. I love it.
We're only $13 away from hitting the minimum goal for a button to pop.
Well, this is on good faith then. I have good faith that we'll get it, and if not, button's going back up.
Yeah. All right, we got this one from Fizzled. Have you been on any of the Telus boards for this season? They've revamped their boards. Any reviews? Yeah, we're gonna have. I was waiting for them to update their website, and now that it's November, I think they did it the 1st or the 3rd, somewhere in there. I was just waiting for them to do that so we could update affiliate links and stuff. So you'll start seeing them roll out in the next 2 weeks, I think. So, yeah.
Honestly, about on par with where they normally come out.
Yeah. It's a little late for them.
Is it?
Yeah, they're like about 2 weeks late. That's about it. From VKMP, nice almanac review. Did you like it more than the Solomon Dance Hall?
They were very on par, but I feel like the almanac's just a little bit more freestyle focused. So it's still really fun, but it just felt like the dance hall probably carved a little bit better than the almanac does just in general, but still super fun board. Great look this year too. I love the top sheet and the base.
Let's see, where is it? I just saw it and this is hilarious. I need to get to it. Where is it? Oh God. Give me that button.
I saw that.
This man went right in. He understands the rules of the game.
You know, that could actually be a really funny thing where I just send out buttons in sticker envelopes.
I should have buttons floating around, like actual pins.
Yeah.
So we could do that.
I bet some of these older ones actually have leftover buttons. I've noticed that they've stopped putting extra buttons on the shirts now.
Yeah.
Stupid margins.
Let's see, where are we? Looking for, scrolling around. We're trying to find some stuff here. All right, take this one from TJ Todd. Do I go party board or true twin for something playful to go with my Nidecker Tracer and Signal Yup? 5'11", 155 pounds, size 9, mainly ride the mid-Atlantic. Get yourself a true twin.
Mm-hmm.
Get yourself a true twin. You'll thank me for that later. All right. Let's see. We'll take this one from Jonathan Cosiana. Hoping for the new K2 Antidote review soon. I think I might get it. What do you think? Union Falcors, Ride A10s, or Katana Pro? That one, it's in the. I was working on some stuff today, but got sidetracked because it was locals day. Ended up spending more time talking to people than I should have, because it's that time of the year. Come out of the woodwork and see everyone I haven't talked to in months. That one will probably be scheduled about like 2 weeks from now, give or take, I think.
The good thing is it hasn't changed, so you can watch the last 2 reviews on it and still get a good idea.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, I'm going Katana Pro.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm going Katana Pro on that one because you don't really need an A10 for the antidote. It is that more.
No, I was thinking the same thing. The Falcor would be a good fit.
Might be a little soft laterally at first, but after it breaks in, I think it could work. But just straight out of the box, straight out of the wrapper, the Katana Pro will have enough power and enough play because it is that asymmetrical chassis. So that's what I would do. But yeah, Falcors would be a close 2. A10s, I think, are overkill on it. You could go with like a C8 or an A8 and have a better time because you could still tweak that a little bit easier than the 10s. But the 10s look dope this year.
Let's see. All right. Take this super chat from J1 Snow Carney. I ride the K2 Aspect. I want a pair of bow-only K2 boots. How do the Thraxis and Aspect compare in stiffness? Do they fit similarly? I think the Aspect is closer to the Orton in fit. Because there's 2 fits in K2's boot line. There's like the older style and then like the Orton and that. And I think the Aspect was based, or the Orton was based off the Aspect. So I think that's the one that's wider in the heel. So you got to double check on that. Stiffness wise, the Thraxis is stiffer than the Aspect. I know that for a fact.
Mm-hmm.
I love this statement right here from NKJI. I'm curious how much money Burton burning you has cost them. You've dissuaded tons of people from buying their products, and it's fantastic. The fact that like the heads of a whole territory are having to reach out to me, and I'm just telling them get fucked. Over
their largest territory too.
Yeah, the number 1 territory in the world.
Yeah,
like I don't want to work with them. I don't like. I would say honestly, I'm pretty damn easy to work with. Treat me like a good person, treat snowboarding good, treat my employees good, treat people I know good, treat shops good. I'm easy to work with. Like if you're a new company, come to me and show me like what you're doing, what's unique, what's different, If you're an established company, show me what you're working on, and do this, do that. Like, we've got friends that work for every brand on some capacity. Like we snowboard with a lot of these guys on the regular. And when we're snowboarding, we're not talking work. We're just riding.
Mm-hmm.
Like it blows my mind how fucking stupid they are. They're the epitome. Like I feel like if you worked at Burton, you would turn into Milton from Office Space and burn this fucking place down. My stapler. You see my fucking stapler? It's a red swing line stapler. Like I feel like that's what it is. Is like you get to that point, and it aggravates me because I love snowboarding so much, and there's so much history at that brand, and they fucking ruin it. And then everyone sits around when they do something stupid, and they're like, "Good job, Burton. You're doing so good." Like, no, call them out. If you're a shop and you're being burned by Burton, call Nidecker and be like, "Hey, we're dropping Burton. What can your brands provide? We want boots in this price range with this style, with this." And then you know what? Instead of having just Burton on your wall, why don't you have Jones, 32, right? Battalion, Rome, Nidecker. You got 5 brands on there. They're all good brands,
Mm-hmm.
Like fuck. I think they're toxic. They're a cancer to snowboarding right now. And I'm not trying to diminish what they've done. They've done a lot of great things, but they've done a lot of fucked up things in the past. And
yeah, I mean, well, going back to it, like the way they treat their pros after they're done with them, like their contest guys, like Mason Aguirre, like that dude was huge. He had a bit of a rough patch, got hurt, and then they're like, all right, later, dude. Didn't even tell him really that he was off the team. He just didn't get a plane ticket for the next time they went on their like team trip. And he's like, what the fuck? And they're like,
well, look at Nora. She had to launch a GoFundMe to pay for an injury.
Yeah.
Like you're telling me you can't put your riders on there? Like eat a dick. Or the fact that they hired that stupid troglodyte, what's her name, that used to live up here, that lives in Denver. You know which one I'm talking about. Sam, that's her name. The one that got Terrier kicked off.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, the one that Connor absolutely hates.
Oh, okay.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, fuck that dumb twat. Because that's what she is. She purposely just wanted to make her name be like, I'm the one that got Terrier kicked off the team. Do I think Terrier has been kind of sandbagging it? Yeah, but at the same time, he built that brand, you know? It's like, Jesus Christ. Like, fuck. Just, whatever. Also, this is the funniest thing from, this man is driving me to Denver on Friday. The best boots are the ones that phase your balls and ball your phases.
See you tomorrow, Dom.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. It's going to be 62 years old. Man got a full knee replacement last season and got 117 days. No excuses from any of you.
Nope.
So,
except for maybe if you have a job.
Yeah. I'll let it slide if you have a job, but you can, whatever. And we got Beziums. What's the commissioner substitute on the market? Probably the Pantera.
That was my thought too, where I was like, Pantera would be the closest.
Yeah, I think the Pantera is probably where you're going to need to go there, big guy.
Yeah. Because I know Nidecker's not making anything. The Megalite, you're going to fold that thing in half. Like
Stratos probably isn't what you're looking for. The only other one that I could think of would be maybe a Slash Vertical, but that's still going to be a little softer.
I think it's going to be too soft for him. That's for sure. Yeah. Like I'm trying to, who else makes something just stupid stiff? I honestly can't think of anybody that's coming out with anything.
No, that's why I think the Pantera is probably your best bet.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too, where I'm like, Pantera is probably going to be the only thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, bees. I know Powder Tools has one. If you make it up there, you could probably buy their old demo.
Oh, he's got one from every year.
I know.
He's just sad that there's no more.
I know. Well, he's got to buy up the rest of the market share. You got to take them all.
Yeah. Super chat here from another Jake. Got the K2 instrument. Any Rex on bindings? I would do the K2 editions on those.
I was thinking about
if you want it a little more loose, I think so. Either or.
Yeah. That, I mean, Union Force would be fine. Like a Trace Pro from Rome. You got a lot of options on that board. You pretty much put anything that doesn't have carbon on it, like full carbon, and you're going to be fine.
Yeah. All right, we'll take this one from Fabio Radaelli. I hope I pronounced that right. Come on, John. Hello from Italy. I just snapped an edge off my old DOA, and I'm looking for something. Any recommendations for me? 6'3", 194 pounds, a size 12 US boot. Also, why does your profile picture look like you're on the People's Court?
It's the Italian version.
But I would look at that LibTech Rad Ripper. That's a good wide board. Maybe like a Nidecker Sensor Team. If you want something close to the DOA, I think it's better. I think that Sensor Team is good, and that's a little wider. Let's see what else.
Yes, standard or rates, depending on which is going to fit you better. But yeah, standard or rates, because those both have mid bite in them. So underneath your feet, it's going to be nice and wide there. You shouldn't have any problems. And the standard be a little stiffer than your DOA and have a little bit more fluid flex to it, but still same style of ride for you there. I mean, you could do a shadow band as well. That would pretty much be almost a direction.
I would go with a 0 because you're coming from a twin. So go to the ride 0, get that asymmetrical in there. They do make that in a 57 or 58 wide.
Mm-hmm.
And then if you don't think that's going to be stiff enough, bump up to the bench warmer.
Yeah.
So
the odd sizes are the wide sizes in that one. I think
Rome Agent would be another good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jones Tweaker, that's going to be wide enough. It's going to be stiffer than your DOA, but it's going to have better edge hold. So depending on where you're riding, that might work better for you.
And then, of course, we got to give a shout out to George Kleckner. Buy Italian, Fabio. Shout out to George from Union. Just hanging out with your boy Kobe about an hour ago. So shout out to that. Yeah, I mean, fuck. Let's see. Do like me that Felcor.
Yeah.
That Felcor strap's really good, George, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Best on the market, in my opinion.
I think like there's 2 straps that I'm really stoked on. It's the new Rome heel strap and that Union heel strap. Those are like my 2 favorite out there.
Well, what's funny about that heel strap too is like Steve from Gravity, he was riding the Falcor, and then he goes and tests out all of next year's products to see what he wants to buy, and he's like, "Man, this ankle strap's not comfortable." I'm like, "No shit, Steve. You're riding the most comfortable strap that they make for you. And then you're going to just molded straps. What do you think's going to happen, bud?"
Yeah.
Like, well, I just, I didn't think about it. I'm like, come on, man. Like,
yeah,
you've owned a shop forever. He goes, yeah, I guess when he put it like that, I'm like, yeah, dude, like you're coming from like an actual like strap from this generation, as opposed to their old padded strap that they had for 20 years. And then they went to a molded strap. And then now they got this where it's like, yeah, this is what it should be.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I've got a stash of old Black Label foam straps because I love that strap. I just love the way it sits. The new strap, I can definitely ride from Rome. I really like that. And I'm like, but the Falcor strap and having that on the Ultra is amazing. Like, I think that's really good and stuff. This is great. Going back to Fabio, because I was in court. He was on the People's Court. I knew it. That photo looked like it. Judge Wapner was onto him. Got it.
Oh, that's great.
I love back in the day with Wapner. Used to watch that and then Golden Girls with my grandmother. It was amazing.
Yeah, that's great. That's so good.
So,
you know what's a good picture of me? The one I was in court. Let's use that.
Yeah, I look like a good man.
Yeah.
Let's see. From Steve Whitman, looking to get new boots with proper fit for this coming season. Any thoughts on where I should go? I live in the Front Range, but I'm up for a drive to avoid epic mountain gear. Come see Creston at Base Mountain Sports on Main Street, Breckenridge, or go see Curtis and the boys up at Powder Tools and Steamboat.
Yep.
All right. And then this one is for you from Burrs. TC, how do you like the regular Ravine and what hair products do you use?
The cheap shampoo from Target, the Up and Up brand or whatever they got there. I use that one. And then some of the nicest conditioner ever. That's my girlfriend's. So I don't really know what it is, but it works really well. And I really like the Ravine, actually. I like this year's version better than the previous version just because it feels more damp and it doesn't feel like the tail wants to fold as much as before when you really power into it and try to hold that like hard Euro carve or that hard edge. Before, I couldn't really press into it as much as I wanted and really drive off the back foot. On this one, I think I can a little bit more, where it feels a little bit stiffer, but then just more damp in general. So I really like this year's version. And after talking with Chilton, he's like, yeah, I kind of spent a lot of time on the Ravine and Ravine Pro. And it's like, yeah, they're amazing.
I like the new shape. It funnels powder better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it felt like it wasn't as much of a night and day difference as it was before, where like you could definitely feel like Ravine to Ravine Pro, you're like, there's a huge gap in between these. Now I feel like based on what you said about the Pro and what I said about the Ravine is they've kind of narrowed that gap a little bit more, and it's more of a straight up transition from one to the other instead of possibly having to get a board in between to really feel a difference. So yeah, I really liked it. It was sick.
All right, from Mason Crawford, thoughts on the aeronaut and the durability? Well, if you do stupid shit, it's not durable. Don't run into
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, I mean, don't be jamming the nose and tail into the snow and cranking it in weird ways. I haven't seen any problems durability wise, like factory durability wise.
I don't know anyone out of like the group of people that I know, which is like 25 people that have it that have broken it.
Yeah.
The only thing I can say is if you're worried about the top sheet, take a file and you go around the edge and you just bevel it, like you just file it a little so it's got a slight bevel to it. But other than that, like the only person that I would have figured would have broken one would have been Bees by
Yeah.
now, because he's just a beast of a goddamn human at 200 million pounds and 6'9".
Yeah. I mean, I hit a tree with one, like straight
Broke
up
the tree.
Broke the tree, not the board. Like the nose of the board went straight into the tree and like bent fully back like this and then deflected off. Didn't break. Nothing happened to it. Tree broke. So
Yeah.
I didn't have any problems with durability. I couldn't even tell that I hit it once I took all the bark off the nose. There was no problem with that board whatsoever. And when we sent it back to Capita, they never said anything like, hey, did you hit a tree with this or did you do something to it? They never said shit. So
yeah, because the tree went from this to this.
Yes.
And then it died that summer.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
You should have seen the bruise on TC's, like from his like back of his ass down across his quad to the back of his knee.
Yeah,
it's huge.
I thought for sure I broke my femur. Like
I thought you did when you texted. I was like, "Fuck, TC's damaged. I'm gonna have to figure this out."
Yeah, just a week or two off, and then it was all back to good. But no, I've never seen durability faults in that board, unless you're really doing something stupid that it's gonna break any board. But like,
the likelihood of you breaking that is probably if you're tumbling in powder. So this is what happens: is people start to tumble and they tomahawk. They think if they can stick the board in, it'll stop them, and most of the time they end up sticking like the nose in and it reverse flexes because they're spinning around. And when you reverse flex it, that you're putting so much torque on that board, it's going to do something, and it usually just cracks the board. But by and large, like I think talking with Steve at Gravity, he maybe said he warranted one, and I was like, and he was like, it's questionable at best, and I was like, that's what I thought. Like I think they came from the top rope onto a rail, and just like, but that board's sick though. By the way,
yeah. And I mean, I haven't even seen like, on some boards with the glass top sheet, you'll see it spider web underneath the feet or something just from riding and vibrations. And I haven't even seen that on that board. And like our buddy Dylan, who's also the rep for Capita, he rides that board as a daily, no matter what. Like he had it on a 2-foot pow days, beats the living hell out of that board, and nothing's wrong with it. Like it's got softer over time for sure, but any board would. But
any board will.
But nothing is wrong with his board. Like he's like, I'll probably just ride it again this year. I'm like, okay. Like I haven't seen any flaws in the durability. Like Capita's gotten that under control since the original Stairmaster or Extreme, whichever one that was.
It was the Extreme, and that was a production issue. That was from, it wasn't their factory.
Yeah, that was the old Elan factory.
And they weren't the only ones. People forget that Rome had issues too. So it's that. No, I think the best quote I ever heard was like 2 years ago. This guy's like, the Capita Megadeth is the most warranted board ever from Capita. I was like, no, it's not. It's the Stairmaster Extreme. And he got all pissed off that like I knew something he didn't. Fuck you, I'll fuck you, beat you up. Like all these shops are saying it's warranty. And I was like, it's got a thin base on it. If you hit rocks, it's gonna suck. But the reason it has a thin base is that it also cools down faster from the friction of the glide. You're going to glide better with that structure on there. They did thicken it up. I'm like, there's things like that. They do have thinner cores and stuff. I do warn people. I'm like, if you're an extra heavy guy, if you're like 250 and trying to ride a 162 super DOA in the park, you might eat that board. You probably want to actually go to a dark horse, Like, that's where you want to be. So, yeah. Ugh. All right. Take the super chat from Himbo Slice. New Cobber parking pass rules kind of make it an individual pass. Extra plate is useless unless they scan the purchaser's icon to get in. Not true. You have to go down to the customer service and get a copper card. And you put your name in. That's what TC has. That's how it works. You get that and you put that in the other car for it, and there you go. That's all that matters. That's it. Like, it doesn't matter. On top of the fact, their parking attendants are gonna give up on shit in like a week anyways and check out and sit in there and play on their fucking switches.
There is one guy, I doubt he'll be there this year because he broke something last year that was in there. And when Avern, he always beats me to the mountain. I'll like go in, he goes, whoa, yeah, there's already a guy with that pass already using it. I'm like, well, we have 2 cars. He's like, well, that's not what it's made for. I was like, well, no, we have 2 cars on the pass. We can park 2 cars. There's nothing in this that says you can't.
Technically, you're not supposed to park at the same time, but for all you know, you could be like, he left. I'm coming in. There you go. Like, they don't know. What are you worried about? You got my $1,000 so I can park next to the chairlift. Shut up. You are a minimum wage snow carny. Like, sitting there, be stoked every time I come by, give you stickers, a beanie, and throw a candy bar at you.
Yeah, and I mean, like, what, they're not making any extra money by turning me away who already has a pass. It's not like you're getting like.
I mean, I get it if the whole lot is full. Okay, cool. I'll go park at the lot across the street. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah, that's what I do most of the time. I'm like, oh, that's full. All right, I'll just go down.
Like, if I pull into Flyer Lot and it's full, I drive up and park at Union Meadows, because then I just hop on Woodward Express. Okay, you know. Realistically, this year I should start parking over at Super B.
Yeah, depending on what boards are riding, I might start doing that. Like, if I know I'm not going to that side of the mountain, probably should just go park over at B instead of having to take a chairlift up to get over there.
I like this one. This is good from YG. Buy Phase, buy Commonwealth, buy Howler. Take out a loan, leverage your mortgage, max out your credit cards, crash the economy, flee the country. Hashtag N+1. This man knows what's up. This man's supporting snowboarding. Okay, we'll take this one from B Barker 2119. How are the elite level liners from 32? Do they help keep the stiffness of the boot? They're stiffer. They don't pack out as fast. But if your boot is, I don't think I have any in here. If your boot is starting to break down, I don't think I have them in here. You can get, Deluxe makes these things called flex boosters, and there's another company. Basically, it's a piece of plastic. You put it over the tongue of the liner between the shell. That will help stiffen it up. You can put them in there to kind of get a little more stiffness out of the boot, but I mean, it's a Band-Aid on a shotgun wound at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. I like this one from Jim Sprazium. If Steve Link and Tom Sims didn't help James Bond escape the Russians in A View to a Kill, would we even be alive? No, man. We'd all be in the gulag.
Rippers. At James Bond. Underrated snowboarder.
Yeah.
People forget that Vin Diesel outran an avalanche and then landed on the weather tower and held on through the avalanche. Let's not forget that.
It's true. It's true. All right. From Super Chat from Matt Emulsion. Hey guys, I saw Amplet are making boards for Clue. Totally shocked. Also, do you have any info on the new 32 boards that are coming out? Thanks. I'm not shocked that Amplet made the 32. German company. They reached out and were like, hey, could you do it? Peter Bauer was like, yeah, sure. Paycheck, ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching. He's like, whatever. He made money. I mean, it's helping his brand. I mean, let's be real. Are you going to go buy a Clue snowboard? Or are you going to buy an Amplet? You're going to buy an Amplet.
Yeah.
You know, so there's that. We know about as much as you guys do. We read the press release on 32 last week. We'll have a little more information next week. Should know where we're going to be with getting that stuff. So,
yeah. I mean, it sounds like with 32 that their pros really got a lot of input on it. Where when you hear Fava talk about his pro model, he just seems like through the moon, where he got to pretty much design the camber profile, graphics, everything, where he's stoked. So I'm like, I think when stuff like that happens, you let your pros decide what they want to ride. I think it's just going to go better for everybody than being like a company where like, here's your pro model, ride it, let us know, and you're just going to like it. So it doesn't even matter what you tell us. Like,
yeah.
Which I feel like happens more often than people think.
So to go back to the aeronaut durability, our boy Bezium's, I've got 60 days of my 24 aeronaut and it's held up perfect. I'm 6'3", 250 pounds. He's a big dude. He picked me up like a goddamn rag doll in Telluride and threw me around. just bear hugged me, and I was just like, oh my God, I'm dying. Like,
yeah,
also,
he's huge.
Also, great guy to go heliboarding with.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his wife are awesome.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 would always want them in the helicopter with me.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I need somebody to carry me down the mountain when I somersault over a rock pile.
That was great. Where's TC? Oh God, he didn't miss the rocks.
I came in too hot. I saw you guys.
Hey, look, I didn't rip my outerwear.
Yeah, I didn't even hit my head. That was awesome. You're like, are you okay?
God, our guide's just looking at him. He signed the waiver to not wear a helmet.
Yep. That was great. She was just like, wait, the guy without the helmet is going to be my only lifeline to the helicopter if anything happens. Yes. Yes, I am going to be the only one.
I think by the second drop, she realized she was in good hands.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
We were in good hands. She was in good hands with us. We were in charge.
Yeah.
You know? All right. From Nuts and Bolts, we got screwed. Currently running the deepfake 61 wide and a custom deck from Kindred, looking to expand the quiver considering the War Pig and Super Pig. Do you think there's too much overlap with the deepfake and Super Pig? No, because it's going to turn different. It's going to be easier to ride.
Yeah, it's not going to be as stiff as you think, even though you see the Carbon 5 in both of them. It's definitely not the same board or same feel. Like, they have two very distinct feels. I think the War Pig would be too soft for you if you like charging on that deep fake. I think the War Pig would just be a little bit too loosey-goosey where it's that flat.
Yeah.
You want a little camber in there to really still be able to like push it if you have to.
All right. You're back. TC's last button. If TC pops another button, I'll give away my clues for free. Put that button back on. Yeah. Put it back on. We're not putting that shit out in the world.
Put it back up.
Put that back up. Oh, God. Why would you torture someone with those pieces of crap? These are literally the worst fucking binding. Like, the worst fucking bindings out there. Oh, my God. Forgot to tell you. I was riding the other day, and this dude had the new clue. He couldn't get into him. He had to sit down. He had to sit down. He was, like, all over the place. But, like, what blows my mind on these is this fucking mark right here is so prevalent. And, like, these things just look so fucking cheap. Like, this is such a bad binding. Like,
you know what I thought it would be a funny joke is you sneak that into a snowboard shop and you just put it on the wall. And somebody comes up and like, oh, what's this? And they're like, I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm like,
oh, my God, April Fools. I should do that to Steve.
Yeah.
Cam would kill me. Cam would.
I think it'd be fucking hilarious though. Like you go into a shop, have it hidden in the jacket, put it up there, and somebody's just like, "Oh, you have these?" And they're like, "No, what? Why
Even better, don't put the binding. Walk in with the stirrups, take them off, and then just put them up there." And be like, and just have make a little sign that says, "Ask us about the full binding." So they have to go ask the person.
Or just put there, "Are you a little cowboy? Then these are for you."
Well, that was great. When I was talking to Kobe today, he's like, dude, every once in a while I just get in the mood and I go and watch the Little Cowboy Clue review. That video is so good. And I had to tell him, I was like, there's behind the scenes clips that didn't get used. And he's like, what? And I was like, oh yeah, our boy Agubu, there's one with his legs sticking out from under the door in the stall in the bathroom, clicking them together while he's singing a song about pooping. And I was like, Jesus Christ. These things are so fucking bad. But he was like, I just love that he like hits a side hit, goes sideways, reaches down, and just double ejects. Like, holds the ripcord. And I'm like, oh yeah. He's like, gotta eject. Done.
I love one of these comments. Leave the clues at Salty Peaks. Dennis will sell them full price.
Yeah.
He would too. He definitely would, if not above market price, because, you know, they're not around there. So it's first come, first serve. Supply and demand.
Let's see. I'll take this one from Carl B. A-Bay Copper Winter Park this weekend, trying to lap some rust off edges. Any intel on early season park open? Winter Park has a park open. A-Basin doesn't. I don't think they're going to have a park again this year. Copper will have a hike park at the top of Eagle. So that's about it. I think the Winter Park terrain park, you can actually like do chairlift laps. So I don't know. Thoughts and prayers with the white ribbon of death this weekend?
Yep. Godspeed, everyone.
Let's see. Scrolling down, looking for questions from people. Oh yeah, here we go. From Sergio Ferres. I bought the Battalion Evil Twin and the Capita Super DOA. Do you think there's actually a difference besides the shape? I wanted a medium stiff and a little bit more stiff one. Yeah, the Evil Twin isn't stiff. They soften that shit up. Like, I would need to ride like a 62 wide for it to feel like my normal 55 park boards. Like, that thing is so goddamn soft. Like, out of the two, the only one I would ride out of that is the Super DOA.
Yeah, 100%. Like, no, Battalion Evil Twin is soft. It was soft when I rode it. It's even softer now. Like, it's soft. Yeah, I would probably do, I mean, if you're going for a two board, like you want a little bit stiff and then the stiffer one, you could probably go with the like Spring Break Resort Twin and then the Super DOA, and that should get you to where you need to be. Or even outside, Indoor Survival. I almost said Outer Space Living. I was like, you're not going to want that either. Indoor Survival would be a better choice for you too.
Right. Vinyl Richie. I was going to say, wow, Avon seems pretty chill these days. Until that Burton rant, that is. Welcome back, Hangry. I'm also running on 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Seasonal insomnia is no joke. So, like, I'm hungry, my blood sugar's low, and I'm not going to be able to get fucking Rangoons tonight. This is bullshit. You know how much bullshit this is? It's so much bullshit. You know? Over this. It's killing me. Let's see. Scrolling around, looking. I think we missed some questions.
Yeah, I got one.
Pull it up. From Sibbies, does Phase make Supermatic redundant? Seems like there's nothing a Supermatic does better. There's one thing that Supermatic does better. You don't have to do the strap every time. That's the difference. Yep. That's the big difference in how they ride. I think there are people that are definitely Supermatic people, and they're just going to be like, they just want to step in, go, casual rider, and that's the whole thing. Like, I think that's it. It was funny. I was actually like, kind of had an argument with the marketing guy from Nidecker about that. I was like, Phase is better. And he's like, no, it's not. And I was like, dude, Supermatics weigh 1.5 pounds more. I was like, right there. You've already lost that battle. And then I was like, you know, I was going on with it back and forth with him. And I explained to him, I was like, there's work that, like, it was a good concept. It needed to come out. It did it. You're now refining it, and things will get better. Mm-hmm. But yeah.
No, I mean, it's not for the same rider by any means. Like, your Supermatic is for that rad dad, that guy with a lot of like back knee problems that they're like, I don't care if I could feel my board. I don't care if there's a dead spot underneath it. I just need something that's going to keep me out there and keep me riding. They're not going to be out there like hitting cliffs and doing all that stuff. It's like definitely a different rider, where Phase, it's made to be that binding that's easier to get into, but you're going to be able to have all the performance from a 2-strap binding. So that's kind of like the way, I mean, that is the way we see it, where it's like, if you're a real snowboarder that doesn't need the assistance getting in and out, you're going to want to go with the Phase. But if you're just somebody going out there for like a couple hours a day, kind of just bumming around, not doing anything, then yeah, go Supermatic all day. It's going to be super damp and you're not going to feel any snow underneath your foot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a different purpose. Like this, riding the LT Supermatic, it was actually like the easiest one to set up this time. I was like getting in and out, and I was just ripping around the base, and I was like, "This is so fucking easy." I was like, "I'm in, I'm out, I'm in, I'm out." You know, it's fine. But yeah. Okay, I like this one from Loose Boosters. Does that just mean saggy butthole? I'm advanced, looking for a new side hit stick. Been a while since I've looked at boards, and tech has changed. I want the biggest pop I can get without it being a plank. 6 to 7 flex, which means fuck all. 5'10", 155 pounds, size 9 boot. Check out the K2 Hypnotist.
Yeah.
K2
I was thinking Capita Aeronaut or even a Commonwealth if you're just going to go side hit and you don't need a straight twin. Like those are the top 2 in my opinion, or even the Beyond Metals from Battalion. That thing's got some serious pop. That's not stiff.
They changed it. It's a different model. It's the Tornado this year.
You're going to want to find the one with the ski ballet chick on it. That's going to be your best bet because that's the coolest board they've ever made. So
I would look at fuck, what was it? I just had it on the tip of my tongue there, and I'm just thinking about it. The Rome Freaker. That would be a good one as well. That's got some serious pop and snap to it.
Nitro Beast. It's going to be stiffer than
that. That's probably stiffer than he wants. That's why I would say like the team would be good for him there. Oh, you know what's got really good pop? The Yes Sender. It'll send you.
I was thinking the Standard Extreme as well, or the Greats. But the Greats Extreme probably has better pop, a little bit more reactive. Because it's lighter. Am I wrong there?
Yep.
Okay.
Our boy Cooper Cash here is letting us know the Jones Mercury Phase Small says available in December on their website. There you go, ladies. Second option for you for phase. You can phase your balls with the rest of us. Okay, from PGG22. Avron, have you had 2 shadow bands now? Yes. Going to switch to anything else in the future? I've got a Rome Stolly Cruiser for this year. So Black Friday, I'm going to give away my personal shadow band. Someone's going to win that, so you can have it. I was going to give away my Ride Kink tomorrow, but kind of feeling like I want to hold on to that for another week or 2. So unfortunately, no snowboard, because my car's in the shop too. I don't feel like loading up a bunch of shit into your car because I know I'm going to move it to another car to drive me to Denver, to put it in my car, to drive it back up here.
Yeah.
So
it's a lot of moving shit.
Yep.
Well, that, and we don't know when we're actually getting snow, so we want to keep
I don't
that.
have my phone on me. It's after the 15th. We got 5 days of snow coming in.
That's what they say. I'm not gonna...
Yeah, I mean that can change at any. I thought it was going to snow today, honestly. Like hard.
It did a little bit at my house.
Yeah.
And then it got me all worried because I was like, "Is it going to snow?" And it's going to screw up my windshield because they're like, "Don't get it wet for 2 days," and I'm like, "Oh, fuck."
2 days, Jesus! They told me 24 hours.
Yeah, they care about my car more. No,
well, yours is newer.
Bigger windshield, maybe.
Sensors and shit in it.
It doesn't even have any of those.
Oh, I thought it did.
No, they asked me like it got the automatic windshield wipers. I was like, I didn't know that was an option. So, oh well. I think it's just because it's such a big ass windshield, and then there's like 2 little heat parts on it, so my windshield wipers don't stick to it. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. All right. Let's see. We got a super chat here from My Knees Are Cheese. Looking good, boys. Trying to up my mountain insult game. What are some soul crushing insults I can dish out when blasting past some jerk who just got in my way? Look at him and go, not only did your mom feed you Tylenol, but she let you dodge the coat hanger.
Hot soup coming through. That's still one of my favorites. That still gets the people out of the way. But soul crushing.
Yeah, he wants to make them regret their decisions.
Let me think here. You make a better traffic cone than skier or snowboarder, depending on what they're on.
I'm glad. Yeah, I'd be like, I'm glad the world revolves around you, so the rest of us can be in misery.
Yeah, yeah. Like, there are always good ones that just come to my mind. I don't know. A lot of it's based on what they're wearing too. Like, they're just out there looking like a kook, or if they just straight up paid for their skills, you can always do that one too.
Yeah.
You spend more time buying your jacket than you did on the mountain, actually. Stuff like that, you know.
Go back to lodge pimping because clearly you don't have the skills to pay the bills.
Yep.
Our boy Letters wants everyone to know, no Rangoons, this place is a prison.
A planet bullshit.
Yeah. All right. From T Funkable, you mentioned on the Patreon side that Nidecker would be coming up with wide boots next season. Yep. Do you have any details? They're going to be wide models. That's where we're at. K2 killed the Hanford wide, and I'm fucked. Okay. Yeah. I'm going to just have to wait for those wide ones to come out, man. That's where they're at. So, let's see. All right. From Who Delve, Nitro Phantom will be a good option for a crew at Transition Finder Plus 157. I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Let's see. I guess I can scroll back down. I think we got some new ones down there. Like this one from XT. From TC's Tech Talks with Nidecker and Rome, is there a chance we see you guys at their Swiss Appreciation Day and a live angry podcast from the session, just like Riders? Well, we don't podcast.
We could live stream.
We could live stream.
Live stream. That'd be fun.
I'd be down to a year, which reminds me, we got to get our passports.
Yeah, I think about it every day.
I do too. I meant to swing in and pick up the form for you from the post office.
Yeah, that would be ideal. We got to do that sooner than later.
I mean, there's a possibility of anything. You never know where we're going to end up. The big thing you need to know, Saturday, November 22nd, pass the plate in the flyer lot. We're going to be passing out barbecue. So swing on by. If you're at Copper, we'll be there that day. I'll have a flyer up here in the next week. Got to talk with Steven, the meat master, about what we're doing, what we need. So we got that date. And then December 12th and 13th, or 13th and 14th?
13th and 14th. Saturday.
13th and 14th, we'll be at Base Mountain Sports in Breckenridge. We're going to start the morning at the Main Street one by the gondola. We'll be doing demos with the Base Mountain guys. There's a whole bunch of reps. We'll come out, try a bunch of product. And in the afternoon, we'll be down on the Park Avenue side of things. But swing on in. Maybe TC or I'll turn the screws that set your board up, or, one of you guys might even get lucky. I'll sell you some boots.
A little boot action.
Good. I'll get back into it. It's been a while since we did that. We got that one coming up. February 19th is our annual Thirsty Thursday, 4th year in a row, up at Ski Cooper in Leadville. So just put out, right? We got to put out another flyer on that, but you got to buy your tickets ahead of time for that one. But they were like $35 last year, I think, for the ticket.
35, something like that. Yeah.
Between 35 and 50. So, but it's a good time. You're on your own for travel and stuff. The Wednesday before, we have a group dinner at Castaways Cove in Breckenridge, the world's highest tiki bar. You might be able to find out what's in the box. You also might get overhead pressed by bees. You never know.
Yeah. If you play your cards right, you can get both.
He could overhead press you while you're opening up what's inside his box. And that's not sexual. They literally have a drink called What's in the Box, and it comes in a box, and you open it, and there's a light. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. He drank the whole thing. Was fine the next day. It was amazing.
Yeah, that really shocked me because that looked sugary as hell, and he was just ready to go the next day. I was like, oh my God. Like I would have been sweaty all day from that thing. Like just feeling disgusting from all that sugar. But Bees is a trooper, especially doing it from like elevate or not being at elevation.
Let's see. Let's find one. Okay, we'll take this one from Timmy B. Any thoughts on the Signal Sierra Twin? Looks like they changed the shape last year and aren't renewing it this year, but thinking about picking up last year's. That was one we didn't ride.
Right? Yeah, we didn't.
I think that's the only. I can't remember riding it. Like years ago I can, but I can't. Yeah, so. From Sibby's, any difference in the wired Devin Walsh this year? They changed the center core profiling a little bit, but who cares? Devin's bringing back Shorty's snowboards.
Yeah.
Like this is actually a reissue or like a resurgence of a brand because it's like one guy, one board. It's all Devin. I'm here for it. The boards are built at Wired. Rob Dow knows what he's doing, so fuck yeah. It's so much better than the boners that are doing Joyride. Like, bring back Joyride. Fucking boners. Ugh. All right, from Rancor 39. Is there any significant performance difference in the Karua top sheets between the gloss versus brushed? Was one the Piculine versus China-made boards or no different? I don't know what you're asking there, but yeah, there's a difference. It's stiffer. The brushed ones are stiffer. They're thicker. You can see that. Like if you look at it, it's stiffer. All right. All right. From Andrew, what kind of tires do you guys run to get to the mountains? I'm on the hand-cooked Icept Evo 3s. And I've ran Evo 2s for years. It wears the best with my car. That's part of the reason. It's a 30,000 mile tire. My car is notorious for eating tires. I can get it to about 26,000 miles, so I think I get my money's worth out of it. The one time I ran Nokians, they didn't even make it to 16,000 miles. And my tires ain't cheap. I got 20s. I'm paying extra.
Yeah. I'm rocking the Destination AT2 or 3, the newest version of them. That's like made for winter and dirt. So they work great. When I got them on last year, it was a nasty ice storm. And I remember me and you both drove separate to the mountain. You're like, how was it? I was like, everybody drives like a dick. I was like, they suck. The roads aren't even bad. You're like, they're pure ice, dude. They're pretty bad. And I was like, oh, well, mine are great. So we're good. Like, but yeah, I mean, my last ones lasted me like 40,000 miles or something, maybe even
more. I was going to say, you got a lot out of them, but your vehicle's also like 2,000 pounds lighter than mine.
Yeah. But my girlfriend's been rocking the Blizzaks, and she has zero issues. Not a great driver, but she has zero issues with those things.
She needs the Blizzaks. Let's put it that way.
She does.
She needs them. But, hey, she makes it up the hill. So
she does. Yeah.
See. All right, from J1 Snow Carney, looking for a board that rides like the early Jones Mind Expander. Any recommendations? You want something that's flat to rocker, then?
Yeah.
Probably the closest is going to be the Solomon 6-stick.
Yeah.
Because the camber on that isn't aggressive; it flattens right out, and it's soft.
I mean, Warpig would be somewhat similar in profile, but I think like it just doesn't have enough setback to it where you get like that big old nose on it. Trying to a Sushi maybe
to an extent. maybe, let's see. I'm trying to think what's kind of like loose and playful like that. You might like the Rome service dog.
The
So
old one?
the new one.
Oh, okay.
The new one. I like this question. Weather Guru, if you had to review kids' snowboards, would you hire a kid or a midget for feedback? No, I'm going to chop TC's legs off at the knee and shove boots on him. He's going to go Cotton Hill that shit.
Yes.
The 50 man got me.
Yeah, I mean, we've done like the top 5 for the kids stuff, and pretty much what we've done in the past is I reach out to like the winter sports club. I'm like, what does everybody ride and what do they like? And that's kind of how we did that one. But I mean, can't really have a kid because I mean, half the time the kids can't write, read, or do whatever besides
I don't know.
snowboards.
Steven said we could borrow his 2-year-old.
We could work on
Jude
that.
does refer to me as Uncle Cult Leader and then cries. Uncle Cult Leader. I'm like, oh, okay, buddy. All right, whatever. Here's a car. Go have fun.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, kids would probably be better because, like, those boards are designed for people who don't really know how to use their muscles. Where, like, little people definitely can do everything that we can do. So, like, they know what they're doing, and I think they'd overflex it. Like,
yeah. Oh, let's see. Looking around. I think we're going to start winding this down. So if you got questions, get them in. Okay, let's see what we got here. I do like this one from Evan. The OG Mind Expander has the best float on a super deep day. It's really good in low angle.
Yeah.
Like that board does not sink in low angle, but on a super deep day, I want something with a little more power. Because Colorado, you're going to sink to the bottom.
You know what actually I just thought of, which could actually work for a replacement for that, and I know we're not going to want to say it, but the Orca.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Orca. Like if
that's actually not a bad option. Like the OG Orca, not the Golden or the super hyper mega apex predator T Ricky 45th anniversary.
Yeah.
Right. But here's one for you from me. You got any good Terry Rice stories?
Do I?
People were asking in your review. They're like, we want TC to just drink wine coolers and tell us tales of Terry Rice.
I saw that and I even messaged back. I was like, now we're thinking. I like that. Well, while you were gone, we talked about doing TC After Dark, where I just sit on here and talk about betting at night and just drink with everybody, and we'll just see what happens. Just pop buttons the whole time.
Oh my God. Like once every couple months, you just do a late night live stream.
Yeah.
And it's just you in a robe, just chugging away. We'll green screen in a fireplace behind you. Herb will be sitting next to you. You're just petting him.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot to tell you. So Baroness was sniffing the deluxe boot box today, and she looks at me and she goes back to sniffing, and she looks at me and I was like, "Do you smell Herb?" And she was like, ears up. She came over and was like, "Oof, oof, oof." And I was like, "Want to see Herb?" She turned around and ran at the door. So I was like, "Oh, we got to get them together to run around."
Yeah. He's snoozing right now.
Oh, I figured.
Snoring.
You know? So. All right. Take this one from Nick Larson. I heard the black bases on Capita boards are faster, so you want to buy the mostly black die cuts. Is that due to the faster material only being available in black? It's something like that. Black it's something with the process that it's made. It's just a little bit better. I mean, the big thing that comes down, like,
it's because it has carbon infused in it to turn it black instead of other dyes. And apparently the carbon bonds better with wax than I could be totally wrong about this, but this is what I've heard, is that the carbon bonds better with wax and that sort of thing as opposed to other colors do. I don't know. I've always heard black bases are faster, so every time I get a board that it has like a flip-flop base, I try to get the black one, but I have no idea.
From Wholesale Green Beans. You think it's worth hitting the Arizona Snow Bowl in early December? I'll be driving through and it looks kind of fun. I'm not an idiot. I'm not expecting the conditions to be good. I mean, that's a place I've always wanted to go ride.
Yeah.
So check the snow conditions. If it looks like shit, no. If it looks like it's somewhat decent, hell yeah, go do it.
Mm-hmm.
So
thank you, Medi. It's graphite, not carbon. My bad.
It's fossilized anodized pixie shit. Get it right.
Yeah. I mean, it would be sweet. Why not? Like, go. Like, I don't think Arizona's really got that great of snow in the winter or in December yet. So you might as well just go rip up Snowball.
Last year they get absolutely demolished all season though.
They might have, which means they're probably not going to this year then.
I don't know. Arizona's a weird state. Like I've been there a few times. My family has like some weird history down there. If you're ever at the national, it's either state or national petrified wood forest, and you go into the museum. Evidently, my family donated like everything that's in there, like my ancestors. And then there's a bar in Brooks, Arizona. It's an old cowboy bar. There's a bullet hole in the ceiling from, I guess, when they tried to rob my great cousins, and my cousins shot him, and the guy went down and shot the ceiling. I guess that's the story or something like that. So, it's one of those things like that. But yeah, my family's got history with Arizona. It was cool. I got to drive old 66 across, which is US 40. You just basically get off and follow it across Arizona in October one time, and it was really cool.
You see Lightning McQueen?
No. That's Cars, right?
Yeah. I think they were on Route 66. I think that's the first one. I don't know. I haven't seen it in a while.
Yeah, I don't know. From Medius, please ride the Cardiff crane so I can be validated. No.
It's a beautiful board. It looks great.
It's just, that's a company that's just hard to deal with. Like, they wanted us in an affiliate program, and I was like, cool, send us shit to review. Well, we can't do that. Then we can't join your affiliate. Well, what? Well,
there would be no point in us joining it. What are we going to do? We make our money off of recommending and reviewing. How are we supposed to do either if we don't have the shit? So that one's just going to sit there and do nothing.
Yeah.
Like, what are
exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's yeah. Oh, this is a great question from Beziums. What would you want TC's first Pacific Northwest day to be like? You landing on top of him. I want it wet and soupy. I want zero visibility. I want it humid as fuck. I want to go to Stevens Pass and take him up Cowboy and just push him right off like 7-7. Like I want to see him hit Ty Rock. Like I want TC to be like, why do my legs hurt after one lap? And I'll be like, because it's that heavy. I want him to cartwheel because after the first impact, he's gonna be like, oh my god, I stopped and just Wile E. Coyote'd into it.
That's how I imagine going off like a rock drop and not stomping like bolts or backseat a little bit. Just boom, right there, Wile E. Coyote with just holding the sign up. I'm okay.
Yeah. Yeah, TC definitely needs to experience the Pacific Northwest. Everyone should experience the Pacific Northwest. I moved from New York to Washington, so I went from constant gray days and wet snow, but like no vertical, to constant gray days and wet snow with a ton of vertical. I was like, and everyone's like, this is awful. And I was like, this place is fucking great. And then I moved to Colorado, and I was like, oh, sunshine. What's that?
I think I've had one day that one of the guys in the shop at Powder Tools, he was from the PNW, and we had one day where he's like, this is like being back home, because it was just a layer of fog, just crazy humid, and then just the nastiest, soupiest snow that like you'd go to like carve into it, and you're just throwing boulders out, and you're like, God, this sucks. He goes, oh, this is great. It's like being back home. I'm like, I hate it here.
I never have a problem when it gets soupy in the spring at the basin and people are like, oh, it's so sticky. And I'm just like, go faster. Jump off
No,
things
that's
harder. You'll be fine.
That's fine. Like in the spring when it's sunny and beautiful, that's cool. I love that. But when it's like dark and overcast and you can't see anything and then it's like that, I'm like, oh, this is terrible. Like you just feel yourself getting wet through all of your outerwear and you're like, I don't know if that's sweat or if it's just that humid, but it reminds me of being back in Minnesota and fuck that.
We got a good one here from Joe Gunn. Craziest vehicle you have seen at the resort? The guy with the Aventador last year driving around Breckenridge constantly spinning the tires on ice was hilarious.
Yeah.
The guy, he thought he was like a badass. And I was like, dude, just because you rented it from like Dream Rides or whatever it is down in Denver doesn't mean. He almost hit me in the crosswalk. So I reached over and smacked the hood and was like, you stop that. He's like, oh, it's a Lamborghini. I was like, it's not even a new one. It's like a 2012. Shut up. And I was like, no one cares that you're driving up and down the street revving it. You look like an asshole. But
Yeah.
my favorite was somebody had a 1982 AMC Eagle that looked like it had just rolled out of the garage. That thing looked so fucking mint. It had the white rims, like the 6-spoke ones, 5 or 6-spoke. That thing looked so cool. And it just sounded so angry when he pulled it in. It was like just rumbling. And I was like, that thing was cool as hell to see. There's a dude that lives in Silverthorne that's got a Ferrari 308 that he drives it in the spring up to the basin with his skis sticking out of the sunroof.
I like that.
And then he gets out and he pops the hood and the frunk, and he takes his ski boots out.
Well, there's a guy last year with the fully souped up Audi RS8, the one that Greg's wife has.
Yeah.
But like, with all the bells and whistles, like the back tires were probably like this wide.
Was it the one that had the dual rocket boxes on it?
Yes.
That's Ewan Olson, the pro skier.
Yeah, nicest guy ever. I talked to him about his car and everything. The coolest dude ever.
Yep,
like
that's Ewan Olson. He was probably in town for a contest or two. I think he hangs out with my old couch critter that I inherited, my boy Pat. Because like I used to come back to my house and there'd be all these weird pro skiers on the couch, and I'm like, "Who the fuck are all you?" And they're like Heinrich Harlot would be there, not speaking English at me or like the most broken English, and I was like, "Isn't he like a professional athlete that's paid that can have a hotel room?" And Pat's like, "We're trying to save him some money, man." All right, whatever, Pat. I'm going to my bedroom. Nobody better eat my food.
yeah.
That's my mac and cheese in the fridge. So, yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I mean, there's Sean. He's got a dope ass car too. That does not belong at the resort. His red Nissan.
Oh, his Supra? It's all-wheel drive.
Sure. There's no ground clearance whatsoever.
No, God, no.
Deal on it.
He's just pushing snow the whole way to the mountain.
Yeah. Like, sweet car, though. That thing is rad.
Yeah. No, that's... Yeah. I don't know. I don't even consider that crazy, but then I guess it kind of is to see him driving a Supra like that.
Mm-hmm.
Or, no, it's not a Supra. It's a Skyline. My bad.
It's real nice. It's real fast.
Do you know how he got that? Have you ever heard the story?
Yeah, it was supposed to be a lemon. That's not actually a lemon.
Some dude bought it as his midlife crisis car in Pennsylvania and kept taking it back, knowing the state law for lemon, complaining about stuff that they couldn't find. So they finally bought it back from him, put it up. Sean walks in and goes, "What's the deal?" They're like, "It's a lemon law." He walks over, looks at it, took it for a drive. It's like, "I'll buy it." I think he said he got it for like 16,000 or something stupid like that. And he's like, "I'll always buy a lemon law car." And I was like, I was like, in that situation, yeah, I probably would have done the same thing because I'd be like, that guy's an idiot. I asked him about his suction cup roof rack, and he goes, "It's scary." He's like, "One of these days it's going to blow off with my snowboard. I know it." He's like fully embraced it.
I mean, it's better than drilling a hole in that car.
Yeah. Yeah. Smashidi says, "I would pay to watch TC hit Tyrant." How much? How much money can we make? And what time of the year? Like, as if it's the end of the season, it's not that big of a drop. It's peak season. That thing's like 40 feet.
Oh, really?
Tyrock's big. I've dropped it once, and I think it was maybe 25 to 30 feet when I dropped it. And so it's under one of the main chairs at Stevens Pass, and you have to like ride up the backside. It's like it's not hard to get on. It's just hard to know where you need to be to get off of it, and then you ride down. It takes a little bit of talent, but it's a good So. Oh god, I want to address this one.
I think we just read the same one.
Oh my god, from Medius. Saw Snowboard Pro Cam say that phase doesn't make sense and clues the best binding on his live stream. He did a stream recommending boards while he Googled. Yeah, because that dude, I've been saying this for years. The guy isn't a real snowboarder. He's a person that snowboards. People ask him advice and they think he's an expert. He bought his audience. You can see that. It's like this, but of course he's saying that Clue is better. They probably paid him like $50,000 to $75,000 a year to promote it. He just put out a video the other day about Clue. It was like 3 minutes long, and 2 of it was devoted to the screws to talk about how the new mounting screws are so much better. Like, where the fuck are these things? Here they are. So, God. Sorry, I got all sorts of Clue shit over here. But to talk about how these screws are so much better than actual snowboard screws, he's like, they put thought into them. And I was like, no, here's what I want. I want a washer. I want a screw that's universal. I don't want this weird bullshit all in one. Like, look at these screws. If you had to choose one, which one would you choose?
Oh, I want the one on the left. I like washers. I like if it has something when it vibrates, it's not going to loosen my screw. Yeah. Like, I don't know why you'd get rid of a washer on it. It doesn't make any sense to me.
No, it's so dumb. But don't worry, I got the Clue leash because you definitely need one for your front and back.
Yes, you do. You got to wear them both at the same time.
Got to stay strapped, or someone's about to get clapped when it falls off the chairlift. I told you, I was riding with the guys on a pow day. We were coming back from Timberline, coming back from Union Meadows, and at the top they had it was still early season. They had it roped at the top, and someone's Clue board ejected, like their Clue let go, and it was just sitting in like 3 feet of pow, like 100 feet in, and nobody went to claim it. I was like, it was there for like an hour or two.
I do remember that because I met up with you guys after, and you're like, the board's right there. Like, holy shit, it's still sitting there.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was like, this Clue just straight up ejected.
Yeah,
and then I was talking to Ali, one of the head lift guys at Woodward Express, and he's like, dude, 3 times a week, someone's Clue or step on drops a board, and I have to go climb the infield and get it.
Well, I mean, we talked about it last week. Last year, was it Steamboat? They made everybody getting on with step-ons have to wear a leash on the front foot because they're like, hey, we've had problems with these things ejecting to the middle of the run and just running away. Like, you guys have to wear these. And there was a guy there just handing them out like hotcakes. Like, you got regular bindings? Okay, you don't need it. I was like, whoa.
Damn it, I'd probably go up and be like, I need something for my keychain.
Yeah.
Be like, but yeah. Anyways, I think we can get out of here now. We've been here for over 2 hours.
No.
We're getting ready for Black Friday. 6 hours.
Got to get the reps in,
We will not be live streaming next week because we're going to be at a demo, so we'll be gone. But hopefully you guys will survive without that.
You can always watch my interview with Maggie if you haven't watched it already.
Yeah, that's a solid over an hour of chat, which that's doing really good. The feedback on that's been really good. So I'm very pleased.
Maggie's awesome. One. We could have sat in there for hours and talked.
Yeah.
So hopefully
she's got an invite anytime she wants. She is more than welcome to turn up and tune in. So, but yeah, thank you guys. Reviews dropping daily, top 5s every Wednesday. Got some more boot breakdowns coming, so got all that, but we're gonna get out of here. I gotta go find some food. I'm hungry. Yep.
Thanks, guys.
So we'll see you guys.